Hi, I'm Jeff Shirley. I'm seeking to regain a position on the West Fargo Schools Board of Education. Some of the most important issues to me, is that what the first,
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
There's quite a few, and they all have quite a great deal of importance, so these aren't in a particular order. One is right now, we have a new CEO. We have a new superintendent, Beth Sleddy. The board has done a great job in the past of securing a balance in our district. And that balance is one that Beth Sleddy was groomed in. One of the reasons I want to run and be on this board is to continue that balance so that she's able to work into her new position in the same culture that she was trained. This will give her an opportunity to excel at what she can do, and I know she's going to be a great superintendent. Student and staff safety is always an issue. This comes from all directions, not just from without, but from within, from our own students, from other staff. Even they need sometimes protection from the public at large. So there's all levels, all different types of protection that we discuss and have discussed in the past, probably starting as early as 1999 was when it all came really getting rolling. The managing and growth and ensuring the equity between the schools as the district continues to grow. This is a hard balance to keep. It's not possible to have equality at all of these buildings, but equity is something that's certainly achievable. We want all of our kids and our staff to be treated the same no matter which building they're in. Attracting and retaining well-qualified and highly skilled staff. This has always been a goal. We do a great job of it, but we're also competing with several districts right around us about the same size. Flattening and lowering the mill levy. This is a constant. We've been successful in lowering the levy. Some of that has had to do with state funding in the past, but quite a bit of it also has to do with the conservative approach that this district has. We've been able to lower our portion of the draw. Not saying taxes haven't gone up. That has something to do with something called assessments, which we have no part of, but it's an important piece of this. Inclusion for all of our students and staff. We like to say that our kids need mirrors as well as windows. They need the windows to see the opportunity that's out there in the world, but they also need to see themselves in someone else who has achieved those positions. We're always have been in the past and still continue to seek to sort of balance our diversity within our staff. And as far as other inclusion, it's also to continue to be mindful of the fact that there are often times when someone tries to take down a barrier for a child, for education, that we might create another one, kind of unintended consequences. So I want to get back involved with the board and recharge the diversity council that we had and that I helped put in place. And the last one, of course, is addressing behavioral health. Early intervention is key. We know that. We need to be able to address it more. Some of that needs to come from the funding from within the school, but it also needs to come from outside, whether through grants, through a different type of state aid. We need to get more involved with our legislators to make sure that that is not forgotten and that is pushed, even as we're trying to lower other budgets outside of the school districts. It's usually the first thing to go. That's kind of
what differentiates you from your opponents, and why should someone vote for you?
Well, I have the longest history. I have 10 and a half years on the board over a course of 19 years. When I wasn't on the board, most recently now, I've still continued to serve the community and the district as a parent or as a citizen on some of their major committees. Long-range facilities planning I've been involved with. Strategic planning I was involved with. I've been on every committee that's existed while I've been on the board, some of which have been retired now. We've changed the way we do things. I was involved at the time the board changed its policy governance structure. And we went from a 10-inch binder of policies and procedures, and we have it down to about a quarter of an inch thick now. Really, people who have been paying attention know what they're getting with me. I have a long record of voting that's been consistent. I've been in support of the teachers. I've been in support of the students. I've been in support of parents. It's sometimes very difficult to make those decisions. They're very emotional at times, but I think you'll see that my record is pretty steady. I get along well with the administration, staff, all levels. I'm just no one in the district, and I think, again, getting back to making sure that a superintendent comes in a culture that is playing evenly, so she has a chance to excel. That's another reason, because I know I've been around the district through a lot of change over time, and I'm not afraid to address difficult topics.